So everyone, this is Sheriff Lenka Coloma that we see exiting the vehicle right now, heading into the courthouse with her paperwork, and is going to try to set everyone straight and stop this foreclosure sale on Kat Espinda's home. So many people have been following this story over the last 6 months. It's been unreal. I've certainly been following it. And with her is Richard, citizen journalist, and he will be reporting live from the scene today, and the cameraman is Zach, so he'll be giving us the live feed. And
now, are they there to make a presentment in opposition to that, or are they there just to observe?
I believe they're there to make a presentment in opposition, and I think Lenka will be sharing some lawful advice to some of the sheriff who's hosting the sale with a property with a lien on it and no allodial title. So
he has no lawful authority to sell that property simply because he doesn't have a title. A foreclosure does not convert a mortgage to a title. The fact that in itself is fraud on its face. So when you get into these issues and it's a conversion from what the truth is, if in fact there was a lawful lien and or mortgage, and there isn't a lawful mortgage because they never loaned the party any money. They took the promissory note and they cashed it after the third day, and then took the money from your birth certificate account, and then they give it to the title company to pay off the seller. So the whole everything, all of it is fraud from start to finish. And so now they're working within that fraud element and to try to represent and present it as being a right to do what they're doing. And that is absolutely not the fact at all. It's all fraud. And the sheriff is an accessory to the fact of that. He can be sued as well because he doesn't have a title to convey. Under land law, the only way you can convert land from party A to party B is with a lawful title from the one who holds that title to be given to the purchaser of that property or whatever the arrangement is. So what they're trying to do here is just got holes in it like a screen door in a submarine.
Can you explain what allodial title is to the people watching?
You bet. Allodial title, first of all, allodial means God-given. Our right of land ownership is a God-given right. It's an unalienable right, okay? The second part of that allodial title is owing to no one, nor to any lord nor superior. And if I can put it in very simplistic terms, you're the king of your land. The subordinates do not have jurisdiction over the king. If you hear what I'm saying, in other words, anybody outside of named on that patent, and that was very much articulated in a case in 1984 called Summa Corporation versus State of California Coastal Commission. Same thing, the state tried to steal Summa's land in the West Lagoons of Los Angeles, California. And the Supreme Court ripped them. They told them this is settled law. Well, that's in court language for the most part, which means that the patent started out as a allodial title. It's been all of that the same to today, and it's going to continue that into the future because all patents are forever. It says so right on every patent. It is hereby granted to the undersigned, to their heirs, and assigned forever. So therefore, I'm looking at my watch, forever isn't up yet.
Right, indeed, it's not. Yeah.
So it's really important that people learn their land rights and to be able to stand up and defend it. But that's what's terribly wrong. What's happening here today is somebody needs to speak up and let the sheriff know that he is committing a federal crime by selling that property without a just title. A warranty deed is not a title. It's
right. Indeed. It looks like we're gonna go live here. It looks like Link is about to say something here in front of the courthouse, and maybe
Go
we
ahead.
can listen in and see what she's gonna say.
Owned by a allodial title by a woman, and supposedly an
And who is
parcel
who's-
Kat Aspinda.
And do you have any kind of injunction or anything that,
I
the sale?
can, yeah, I can show you all the documents here,
because if you
So-
have,
but because you said that you are not, you are just the auctioneer.
I'm a process server.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
one of the things that we get roped to doing is to read these auctions.
Okay, so just first of all, this is the power of attorney of Kat Aspinda.
Okay.
And here,
So can we have a conversation
yeah,
about
sure.
all the cameras? Because if you've got an actual document here, we
Yes.
need to make some phone calls and we have,
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can
We-
absolutely.
you're an attorney, right?
Well, yeah, make
I
sure
am,
it's all documented. It's all documented.
Yeah, we have to have a document with that. If you are speaking
Trying-
the truth, I'm speaking the truth, so there shouldn't be any problem, right?
So, yeah, all I'm
Okay.
trying to do is figure this out.
Yeah,
We've got
you will.
15 cameras on us here, so.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's a lot.
Why would there be a problem?
Well, because I think we can handle this without,
Everyone wants it behind closed doors.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he wants all the cameras off. He wants to
the
discuss.
Yeah.
power of attorney. So this,
That's bull crap.
Yeah.
how about some kind of
Yes, I
judgment
will.
or some kind of
May I?
document?
Yeah, so here's our, photo record, so I will present to you the documents here. So first of all,
And you're the attorney.
I am not a bar attorney, just for the record. I am a private counsel, okay? I am not a member of the private bar association, okay? But I showed you, I have the power of attorney. It's for Kat Aspinda's safety today, okay? I'm just speaking on her behalf. So here is the deed of trust, which is clearly stating the parcel number, okay?
There is anything that can stop this sale.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So I'm surrounded by about 15 cameras here.
Yeah.
We've got somebody.
Well, we
calling
are in
himself an
public.
attorney
We are,
Who is
we
not
are,
an attorney.
we are in
Um,
public. We are in public.
So we have,
I have a I'm a
I'm on the
private
phone.
counsel.
Give me a second. Okay.
Oh,
So
I gotta be nice.
yeah. well, What we need right now is a document that can stop this sale. And that's what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Someone has to issue that
Okay,
would stop the sale, some kind of an injunction, something that says that we cannot do this.
How about the fact there's $1 million lien on the property? And no allodial title.
I'm talking to you and somebody. else.
There's $1 million lien on the property and a allodial title, sir.
yeah, so she,
Who are you?
she
sir?
wants.
My name is Richard David Potsner.
Okay, and who are you? Are you an attorney?
No,
Excuse
I
that
would
just-
love to have anybody that has
Okay.
legal authority to tell me that we can stop
Okay,
the
here-
sale so we can do that.
Sir, here you have affidavit of default and final judgment, okay? And this was served to Michelle Bertolino, the acting as attorney for the bank, okay? So
Okay.
that's a copy you can have right here.
Okay, so that's an
It's-
affidavit of default.
Yes, it's
So-
it's basically stating
So is-
that the bank, first of all, did not loan any money, anything of substance to Miss Aspinda. Okay, and then it's also showing and proving that she actually owns the land, that they have no interest to the land. The only interest they have is to the APN number, which if you proceed in selling that today, you are selling a fiction. And this is what this affidavit is about, okay? There is also notice of
Is this
liability.
filed with the court?
This is filed with the Secretary of State for State of Washington, okay?
Is any of this filed?
I'm sorry. Did the-
Any of this filed?
I believe that actually brought it to the district court. It's been dismissed, but it is, this is a matter of public record, okay?
Doesn't make any difference if I.
No, it does, it does. Well, like I said, if you proceed, you will be selling a fiction, you'll be selling a parcel number where Ms. Aspinda actually holds the title to the actual land to this land person,
Yeah.
okay? It's a certified copy.
Right.
I have the original copy on my file, so you can have this copy.
I don't-
Well,
don't
okay,
need it.
this is why we
You
need
can
to,
leave it all here.
this is why we still have it on public records. I know that you are kind of talking about this, that you, probably is the first time this has happened to you, correct? Yeah. So,
Your name?
Blanca Coloma?
Lanka Kaluma?
Yes.
And you are not a legal attorney. You're acting-
I am representing Kat Spinda today because of her safety. Because I have knowledge of the law, okay? And I'm her next friend, so I'm here on her behalf, okay? I can speak in power of attorney, so they gave me the power of attorney, so I can speak to you today to present you with the court of record, which is a court of record that has been agreed to. Okay, so if you proceed, like I said, you will be selling a fiction today. And so whoever buys that fiction, whoever buys the fiction will be actually defrauded. And this is why we have to have it on a public record, because it's in
Give me a
public
minute, give me a
arena.
minute, give me a minute,
Yeah,
give me a minute,
thank
give me a minute.
So Kat Espinda has joined us now. Kat, welcome to the call. Glad you're here. We're just following closely. Oh, Kat just left. It's interesting that they don't want things on record and they don't want to be filmed and on camera.
I gotta finish the conversation.
Well, the reason for that is obvious. They don't want the truth to be revealed anymore.
Yeah.
Possibly trying to suppress the facts. And
It's also stunning how they just want to talk to a lawyer or someone from the court. Well, you didn't file it with the court. You don't have to. And everyone's so brainwashed into that.
So it appears auction let's take place right here.
But I'm trying to be as clear as possible, because I understand the option. She has never been to the process before, so.
Can we get some coverage on Lenka?
Sir, hi.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Can I ask Lenka a question, please, Richard?
Yeah.
Hi, Lenka.
Hi.
Hi, where did the gentleman go? He seemed to scurry
Yeah,
off.
you went
Yeah.
inside of the court.
Yeah,
Maureen.
yeah.
I followed him to the threshold. He's standing in between security detectors. He wanted privacy.
Right.
He's on
Don't
the phone
they
on a
all?
Bluetooth recording device, talking to someone. I don't know who that is.
Okay. And why aren't you in the court, Lenka? Why won't they let you go into the
No,
courthouse?
they're actually holding it here,
They told-
outside.
they
It's
told
being
us the all-
auctioned
All
outside.
just taking place here.
I see. Gotcha.
And I wish that we could go to the sun, because I'm starting to get cold.
You want to go stand in the sun?
How many people showed up there, Richard, for the sale? You know,
Maureen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's asking how
I
many
was,
people
I
showed
was
up.
just, I'm sorry?
Lady, there's a group of gentlemen. They're awfully rude. And a young lady over here that say they're here to bid on the auction.
Uh-huh.
And the auctioneer has gone inside, from what I understand.
Yep. Well, maybe you should let those people know that there's $1 million lien on the property they want to buy. And
Hey guys, you might all want to know there's $1 million lien on the property. So if you bid on it, you're liable for that lien.
the alloidal
They said
title
they'll take that
belongs to
stance,
Cat.
Maureen.
They're
What's that?
buying a fiction. The alloidal title is held by Cat Espinda. They can't even legally transfer the title, and it's a clouded title. This is a criminal act we're all witnessing live right now. If this house gets sold, they will be not only committing crimes against Cat, they will be committing crimes against the person who purchases the house, because this is all being sold under fraudulent circumstances and with, non-disclosure of a clouded title.
the buyers need to be informed that with that sale, there is no title.
Indeed. So they're over there telling them. Let's see what these people have to say.
Yeah, we are just discovering a lot of things here
They're
today,
getting
yeah.
to know everything.
So you guys buy
They don't
it
have
and then
names
you
either.
flip it? That's what you do, or?
Sometimes.
Seems like you guys do everything, so I don't. No, we are just asking questions, if they want to proceed and they want to sell the fiction, we just want people to have full disclosure, that's all. Sure. Yeah. Makes sense. Because, you can buy the parcel, pay 500,000, I don't know how much they are offering it for, but that's what you will have. You will have a fiction which is located on the assessor's map. Then you can just be paying the property taxes while the woman actually owns the land, because she has the allodial title. I know it sounds crazy. I know you've never heard about it. Yeah, but People are learning the truth.
Oh, Link is going in.
Are they gonna hold the sale inside?
They thought it was outside, so I
It's
don't know.
gotta be outside. That's an unlawful sale. Because there's no court decree relative to to determine the ownership of that on behalf of the bank to do the foreclosure. That's
Interesting.
why all foreclosures are done on the courthouse steps.
Interesting. They could be having her in. We don't know yet. They could be having her in to talk to her, to get her evidence in front of someone else.
Well, and that could be, but I'm saying if they conduct a sale inside, everyone responsible for that has got a problem.
Yeah.
So that's unlawful as hell.
Yeah. Well, isn't this whole thing, isn't most of what they do?
Yeah.
Don't care. They just keep on keeping on, Ron.
May I ask, what's your nationality?
I'm a mix of a lot of different things.
No, but you have some very distinct Indian features about your face. I'm Yaqui Indian.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That information that the gal was presenting to that process server was making him nervous. I could tell by his body language.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes. Richard, can we get closer so we can hear what this gentleman is saying? We can't hear him.
Yeah.
So Maureen, they're inside right now showing qualified funds. So the auctioneer is looking at the checks of the bidders, I guess, to make sure they have the funds. Sheriff Lanka and I both presented silver. We have more of that available. And so that's the current status of the situation. I guess they've gone in past security now to look at the people's checks to make sure they're qualified to bid, I assume.
Okay. So they're still looking to sell this property that has $1 million lien on it and no
Yeah, I mean, the property
clear
has a $1
title.
million lien on it.
Pardon me?
I was just saying out loud what you're saying, Maureen, that the property has $1 million lien.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so they're defrauding
Yep.
the public now.
Yeah, Richard, make sure that Lenka, if she didn't mention it, because I couldn't hear, but that there is $1 million lien on that home. So if they want to buy that.
Well, I think that paperwork should be shown to the whoever is inside. That's what they're asking for, Kat, is the documents to show it. Do you have the documents showing the lien?
I don't.
The
Kat
documents for the
should.
lien. Well,
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that they didn't rebut any of our notes.
Sorry,
there
Kat,
is to
just
witness.
cut out.
Oh, that's the reason we have people there, is to witness what they do and what they're doing. And you can see the resistance. My county is very, very corrupt, and they
Yeah.
probably expected something. So
Yeah.
it's whether they sell it or not,
Yeah,
I own the land. Allodial means God cannot touch it. So
exactly.
Right.
we're gonna see.
But that doesn't matter to them. They'll sell it without the land and not tell the people who's buying it. How incredible.
Yeah, well, and that's why we have signs there. We have proof of the allodial title. And so if those people really want to put their money down on the home or on the parcel number, then that's what they're going to do. Oh, Samba's calling me.
And I don't think this
Oh,
is
how
legal.
funny.
Ron was just saying when you were off camera, Kat, that holding a sale like this inside is illegal and unlawful, both. So, but they're doing it anyway. It's just extraordinary.
It's amazing. It says right on my paperwork they're going to do it at the at the entrance outside. It says that on my paperwork that they will do it outside.
Yeah, and it looks like they're not. So the other question I wanted to ask you, Kat, at the beginning of this, when I jumped in, there was a bunch of people holding signs out there with barcodes on them. Can you explain what those people were holding?
Those I had 10 signs made,
Oh,
and
there
those
they are.
Go ahead.
yes, And those signs
Go ahead.
include the barcode with the proof of my
Excuse me.
allodial, all of my paperwork, and the fact that they did not rebut it. We have brought the certified land patent. Also, she has the one with the gold seal that came from the Bureau of Land Management of Washington State. So this is going to be an education process for a lot of people, and the land is abundant. We are able to claim it, and
you
they're
go
of course not going to, of course they're going to resist it. So
Right. Ron,
so
you're
the sign.
50-year veteran of, the law and legal title, and you're an expert in this field. What are your thoughts about what these people are doing when there is no allodial title to CAT and to these poor people that are trying to, here to buy this property?
Well, if I can put it in really a nutshell,
Sorry, go ahead.
they are
Nice.
all guilty of what's called a constitutional tort, because the land patents come under Article 4, Section 3, Clause 2 in the U.S. Constitution. Congress, and their fiduciary duty, has to dispose of those properties. So that is a constitutional issue. It's protected by the Constitution. It's also protected by treaty law. And also, there's 190 years of court cases where the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the patent. And the reason that I bring that up, it shows the validity of the patent, but it's a constitutional document, and they don't have the authority to do any of this. Everything that's been done, papers filed, is all under fraud. Everybody.
Unbelievable. And fraud vitiates everything. So can you unpack what is going to happen if one of these folks decides to go forward and buy this house, and what happens then? We've got $1 million lien and CAT owns the allodial title.
Well,
So-
first of all, because the lien is there and it's a UCC1 lien, that lien would have to be satisfied in order for them to get a title to it in that context. But the problem is that there's an overriding allodial title that is a matter of record.
Yeah.
They can't expunge that. There's no way to expunge that allodial title. And so they're going to put up whatever money if they decide to do it on the basis that they can't ever get a title for it. They will never get a
Okay,
title.
so
Interesting. So they won't let us see, I guess. They won't let the cameras in. Richard, can you tell us what's going on?
What's that, Maureen?
Can you tell us what's happening right now?
Sorry, Maureen, come again?
I said, can you share with us
Here, you
what's
just take it real
happening on the
quick, I got
ground there?
What's that? Say it again, Maureen, I'm sorry.
Can you share with us what's happening on the ground there right now?
So inside, the auctioneer is in between the security and this door here. When we go in, the sheriffs are telling us we have to leave, but he's allowed to stay in there for some reason. You have bidders out here ready to bid. Yeah. This pocket, I think.
no.
Hold on, Zach is just getting. Here, you want to hold this real quick? Yeah.
wanna put
Can you
that
leave the
back?
white one with me, please?
Did
Sorry,
the
Maureen,
bidders,
this is happening in real time.
that's okay. Did the bidders go inside, Richard?
There's one lady in there. It seems like I just take two of them. I'll hold two. So there's a lady inside. They're all showing the auctioneer checks, I guess.
Mhm.
And so I went back and I got real silver, real money to qualify. He says he doesn't know what this is. And so, but they're inside right now. We are 15 minutes late on the auction. This is 2024 sealed U.S. coins from the U.S. Treasury. It's real money. And I told the auctioneer I had it. And I told him to call his boss because he said he didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with real money, just fiat money.
If you don't know what real money is.
No.
They love them
Gosh.
credit. That's how they live that Chardonnay life, is on those
Yeah,
credits.
Chardonnay life. Supposedly one of the bidders here was at a cycling class this morning. I don't know. I overheard it. They're being really rude.
Are those
Anyways,
the
that's
bidders?
the latest. I guess Sheriff Lanka's inside.
Yeah.
When I just last went in to verify my funds, they told me to step back behind the red line, so I did. That's
Hmm.
about all I know, Maureen.
Okay, interesting. And the folks that are out there right now, are those potential purchasers or?
Yeah,
are
and,
these-
and they're obviously they all work together. That's the other. It's very obvious. The
Interesting.
auctioneer is verifying funds. There are multiple people that they're all working together. They're all buddies. They all showed up together, so they're all in on
Okay.
it. And now they're
Okay.
laughing, which makes it very obvious.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I
these
think
people-
the joke's on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Everybody
where does
just cleaned up property with no title. So
Right.
unreal.
Right.
I don't think they'll think
very
it's funny. but-
interesting. This doesn't surprise me at all.
Chadwick, can you hold this for 1 second? This is Chadwick, Maureen. If you want to get another perspective, Chadwick's here.
Hey, Marin.
Hey, Chadwick, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. Doing good. Hello.
Good.
Look at
Yeah, it's wild over here. They're trying everything they can to avoid us. So
That's
when we
amazing.
first got, yeah, you probably saw what happened, but they ran and tried to go inside, but they're inside right now. The police came because he asked me. He said, "Hey, you gotta leave out of this room." I said, "I'm here for the auctioneer. This is the auctioneer." He's like, "They're doing outside." I was like, "Well, this is the auctioneer right here. Like, looks like they're trying to do something without the cameras."
Right.
And so pretty much he was telling them, no, by law, you have to conduct your auction outdoors. So that's kind of what
Right.
they're doing in there right now.
Right. And they don't want it on camera.
Are the bidders inside or outside?
I followed one of them in there. That's when we followed in, but then they all came outside. So that's the group of bidders right there.
Okay.
Well, that
you-
shows that the auction is not being conducted if the bidders are outside. They're trying to figure out what to do with the paperwork that's been presented. I can tell you right now, that's exactly what's going on.
He
Mhm.
shook up. I saw it in his eyes. He shook up with that paperwork. When Linka started telling him the stuff, he's like, whoa,
Well,
okay,
boy,
there's
it
something
is shaking
serious.
him up. Because these
Yeah.
people have positioned themselves in a horrible legal negative position here. I mean, I'm watching this. I hear it every day. I deal with people on this on a daily basis. But it just shocks me still to see the depth and the magnitude of the corruption with our elected officials. Now, if this goes through, if the sheriff conducts this sale, then the first thing should be a petition to recall the sheriff. Because here's the problem, folks. They're coming after all of our land, not just Kate's land. They're
Yeah.
coming after all of the land, and somebody in the group is going to be next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. And
Yeah.
unless you get that stopped, that sheriff has the authority to take that foreclosure notice and tell him, "I'm not doing it. You have no authority. I don't have authority to do it." He can arrest that judge if he so chooses to do it on grounds that are lawful.
Mhm.
But instead, they become a puppet for the court.
Yeah.
They're-
So this is the auctioneer right here.
Timber,
Timber? What'd you say? Timber?
timber, like phone tree.
Timber. Yeah, his name's Timber, the auctioneer.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what's incredible, how I think this is such a shining example. What we're witnessing here today is how they, these dark actors, these bad actors love the dark. They want to hide. They want to go in another room. They don't want witnesses and cameras on what they're doing. And, and now they're being unlawful by conducting all this business inside. This isn't how this is supposed to go. But they don't care. They're all criminals. It's a crime ring.
And then you'll be going outside. But until further notice.
Well, why is this all done in secret? Like, this should be all public. Why am I being cut off with the cameras and I can't film what they're talking
I
about?
didn't say you couldn't film.
You said I
I'm
have to come back
solid
here
silver.
and I can't film.
So,
They're coming over here where I can't be with the camera so they can conduct in private. This is not okay.
sir, there is a sign right here that tells you to stay behind the red line.
I hear you keep
You let
saying
them
that,
know
but
like
I'm
you
trying to
walk by some
camera what they
serious
got
lines.
going on. This should be public.
Solid silver bars. Whenever he has time.
Well, it should just all be public. That kid was gonna back for it.
Chadwick, the problem is that the auctioneer, he knows that he's using, that little spot there to do his dirty business while we have to be kept outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they are doing, but it seems like they are selling the APN number. So the gentleman who is bidding on it needs to be informed that he's buying a fiction. So,
Mhm.
yeah, we'll have a lot of fun doing whatever he wants to do on a fiction.
But it's illegal to even hold this sale indoors. They have to be held outdoor according to the law.
Correct.
Exactly. That's why we have the cameras, and they don't like the cameras.
Right.
They're grabbing them
That's
one by
why-
one.
That's why they picked
This guy's one of them.
corner in courthouse here, and we are being told that we cannot cross the red line while they can cross the red line, okay?
Right.
So totally preferential treatment to conduct this, unlawful, illegal foreclosure.
Yeah. And when you think about it, Lenka, you wonder how many thousands of these take place every year.
Yeah,
I
every
know
day
here in
across the whole
Maricopa-
America.
Yeah. Here in Maricopa, there's 176 homes, that are being foreclosed on as we speak. So, I mean, this unlawful act,
Right, those are those are the, dealers.
Yeah.
It's
Richard.
the robbery in the daylight.
a robbery in broad
As a,
daylight.
as a matter of fact, there are over 1 million homes a year that are lost to
Where is
fraudulent
Richard?
foreclosure.
there.
Really?
Over 1 million homes a year.
And all that equity is stolen from people as well. It's just
Exactly.
extraordinary.
Yep. It all falls under what's called a compensatory.
I'm an idiot. Okay. Is
I
it
am
US
not
Treasury?
qualified
Let's hear what's being said.
I'm not qualified?
You're not qualified. I have three.
Oh, that's great news. Sir, they just disqualified me, a free American, to bid. As I showed real US currency.
So what's your name? Can you have your name?
Yes, sir. Leave your name and telephone number, please.
What is your
My name's Tim.
name?
Get ready, nose.
I do.
Hold on.
On March 29, 2024, conducting a custody sale in connection with the above proceeding front steps of the County Courthouse, 7122 West Okanard Place, Building A. Kennewick, Washington, the following presents. I read this.
Sorry about that.
You want to hear it all, sir?
It's extraordinary. They're going to go through with this anyway, even though they know there's a lien and they don't have clear title.
Property, guys, just so you know.
And you're buying the fiction.
You don't want to
We're
do it.
witnessing a crime live, everyone.
You're not getting the land. It's already described.
This is the final place set for the trustees for closure sale and agent for Michelle M. Bertolino, successor trustee. This is the trustee sale and a non-judicial deed of trust for closure proceeding of that certain deed of trust dated July 13th, 2018, recorded on July 13th, 2018, under auditor's number 2018
Money truck.
020566. Records of Benton County, Washington, from a Kathy Jeans Espinda as grantor to Benton County Title Company as trustee to secure an obligation in favor of Apple Community Credit Union as beneficiary. The legal description is as follows. Lot 14, block 2 of the Ridge. You want to record, stand up there.
Nice. Didn't need that.
Okay. Stay with me. Okay, the legal description is as follows. Lot 14, block 2, the Ridge of the Hanson Park, Division 1, page 1, according to the plat thereof, recorded in volume 15 of plots, page 574, records of Benton County, Washington. Now pursuant to the notice of trustee sale is duly posted, recorded, same damn thing.
I'm gonna get this shot. Sir, I'm a cameraman.
I don't care, Steve. Don't get behind me.
Paranoid
Do what you're
much?
told, Chad. He's the boss of us.
These criminals are afraid of law-abiding citizens with cameras.
574.
Yes. I'm reading it.
He's complicit in these crimes. They all are. This is
Oh,
unreal to
I
watch.
already called the.
Now pursuant to the notice of the trustee sale, which is duly posted, recorded, published as required by laws of state, I am offering for sale that's the highest bidder for cash. You guys are interested. We do not accept cash. We'll only be taking cashier's checks. For the real property which the grantor had power to pay at the time of the execution was subject to deed of trust. Does anyone wish to enter a bid? I have 3 qualified bidders. Anybody else bidding is not allowed. Does anyone wish to enter a higher bid? All right, there are no other, so bidding
They didn't
is.
tell us what the bid was.
God doesn't even know what he's doing.
Holder of a Happel Community Credit Union, 352,000.
Fake it till you make it.
I will entertain bid. Do not walk behind me. Dead serious, guys. I am not doing it. Walk behind me.
No, it needs to be in public.
Don't walk behind me.
Don't walk behind him. He's not a leader. No one should walk behind him. That is
No
a
one's
sheep.
following you.
This is what's being called, it's a fiction, legal description right here, the deed of trust versus the lady, the woman that has been that owns the land. Please put
They
it on
do not
public
have a
record.
legal
Yes, that's what you asked.
issue. If we had a legal issue, we would have stopped.
That's right.
Okay, time of the opening bid.
Directed. Legal, real, private property, land, soil, people walk on the soil. Fiction, person, corporation.
Look, it's they're both in on it here. There's the auction going on.
Yep,
Don't miss
that's
it.
what they are buying.
What's the bid?
What's
sir?
shocking is the people looking to buy the property don't care. You're not interested, it seems, in knowing that you're buying a legal fiction, and
They're all in on it.
Ignorance is
it's just
bliss.
extraordinary.
Obviously.
Or that there's a lien on the property. It's, what do they think we're kidding?
Did our best, people.
Bid informed.
Sad, very sad.
Even the bidding. Your best to do what?
What's that?
So you said we did the best to do what?
Don't touch me.
Hey, no hands on.
Don't touch me now.
No hands on. Come on.
This guy shoved this guy. I saw the whole thing and had it on tape. This guy in Grant, we got it on tape, sir. Good.
Was it an assault? Was it an assault?
Charges on this guy
Was it an
immediately.
assault?
Chad, was you put the assault charges? Good.
That may be
Get
on
in front of my
the
kid.
right now.
Yes, you are touching me. Good. What are you doing? Get out of the house. Yeah, we got the whole thing on camera.
Please have the sheriff deputy out of here.
Yeah, please. We need some law enforcement.
Wow.
I got people trying to cross in behind me and everything else.
Oh, people are walking behind him. That's a crime for sure. Oh my gosh.
Have any of you heard any kind of somebody making a bid on the property?
He was announcing I guess they put in checks and they were validating the checks and the money in the account. That's what they went in to do. And he was saying what the checks were for previously.
I know, but they can't accept the checks until after they do the deal. They can validate the check, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah. And I'm not sure I'm trying to hear. It's hard to hear.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's just too far away. Can we get better audio?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Don't wouldn't try to cause more problems. Not at all.
These two are working together behind the auctioneer. This is their security guard shoving a young man in public. This reporting is our legal right. This guy shoved this guy.
Get away.
No.
Get away from me.
Like, these two are working together. They're working the other side. This guy would not qualify my funds. The security agent. These guys back here are also in on it. I've seen about enough here today.
Crime
This
syndicate.
is how homes are stolen in America before, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron was saying a few
Well,
minutes ago, Lenka, that a million homes get stolen every year through foreclosure.
That's right.
And
That's
that's just
right.
extraordinary. It truly is. And even when they're put on notice, what they're doing is illegal, showing them the paperwork, they're not selling this property, you know, a real property.
We have the two.
Yeah, they go for it
Different-
anyway.
What's your name, man? What's your name?
Can't hear what's happening.
How do you know that, sir?
Yeah, you don't know
Yeah.
that.
You know, like you don't you don't look like you should be here either.
I try to
know?
say perception
Yeah,
is reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so
So just for the record, this is all happening in the United States here, District of Columbia, right here. District of Columbia, okay, this is why this is possible. Yep.
So what,
A
can you
federal-
expound on
Federal
that?
corporation, we are in a federal corporation right now.
So that was interesting what you just said, Lenka. You said that that's part of DC right now. Is that true? Are you likening it to an extension of that 10 square miles of DC? That's
Yeah, that's right. That's why this is possible because we are allegedly in District of Columbia within United States.
Mhm.
That's a federal
And
district.
that's
is
also
what you're
that's
saying.
also what they are buying. This is also what they are buying. Look at it right here. They are buying a fiction. It will be, sir, you need to look up. I'm sorry.
Are you new in the?
What let me educate you. You need to look up.
I know you weren't trying to make a comment there, right? You got more class than that, right?
You said we're in the district.
Okay, that's let me show. And
I don't really care.
you don't want to be educated.
Doesn't want to hear it.
Prefer, yes, to be educated. What you are buying, or what those people are buying.
Because we know we're buying.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, they know what they are buying. They are buying APN number in a District of Columbia defined
You
under.
guys bought it last year.
Hmm?
How many properties did you bought it last
Oh,
year?
you are proud of that, what you are doing? And you don't
I'm
want to
just
be
wondering
educated?
How many properties you bought over last year?
Yeah, I own land.
How many
I
types?
actually own land.
Uh-huh.
But you know what, this is not like competition. I'm just trying to actually show you the truth and educate you a little bit.
I already did all my research. I got the truth.
Okay, they have the truth.
Wow, he doesn't
That
have the
guy has
truth
no
that there's $1
fucking
million
class.
lien on that. That's extraordinary.
Very hard to believe. It's very hard to believe, Maureen, you know, that this could be actually happening, right? It's
Yeah.
been happening for generations. So what's new? What's new?
Yeah, can you expound on the fact, Lenka, we know, that we've recently found out, I've recently learned this, that no one owns their home. They've claimed all the land. The government has claimed all the land on us. Can you explain how and why they did that?
Well, they did that because when they created the corporation, the corporation cannot deal with real living men and women. So they had to create a fiction also for the land. And this is how they claim the property. And this is what's happening right here is that the living woman actually owns the land through the superior title called the land patent allodium. And what they are selling is APN. They are basically selling a parcel located in United States, a federal corporation pursuant to 28 USC 3002 section 15A, which states United States is a corporation which is located in District of Columbia according to UCC's, which stands for Uniform Commercial Code, Article 9, Section 307H. United States is located in District of Columbia. And you will see it. They even tell you on the legal description, you are buying a PN number, blah, 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 which is located in Kennewick, Washington, which is WA 99336. So that tells you that's the federal territory within the District of Columbia, which is an overlay over the land. Cat Espinda owns the actual land. It's been publicly posted. It's a matter of public record. It's been posted in the legal newspaper for the county of Benton. Is it Benton County? Yes.
Yeah.
For 60 days. Anyone who was claiming interest to the actual land had the opportunity to step forward and make any objections. No one did. So it stands as truth and fact. So it's going to be fun when the people really find out what they bought. that they bought a fiction, that
Right,
they brought it. It's on a record. That's why
Yeah.
we have cameras here.
right. Ron, what is the next steps for Kat? I mean, and what is the next steps, with this land? I mean, it's her land. She owns the land. What's the next steps that we do here? And
Well-
this is why we all need to band together in this country and form groups in every county and right all these wrongs. People need to be aware of what's going on and they need to band together and stand up against it.
And you're
It's like he's
absolutely-
gonna say something. Hold
Yeah,
on,
and
Ron,
if they
hold
money
on.
can't buy glass, so that's a prime example right there.
Well, like we said, Kat owns the land, and she also noticed the sheriff. And so now it's really of is the sheriff going to breach his oath of office and breach his fiduciary duty to the people? And is he going to protect the criminal act, or is he going to actually uphold his oath of office, which is to defend the people from any domestic and foreign, enemies. And that's what this is all about.
Mhm. What's the gentleman behind you saying? What's the auctioneer saying, Blanca? Is he saying anything?
They do this all the time. You can tell these people are professionals. But they don't know. They don't know, and they don't want to know. They don't want to learn. But they
No,
will
that's
learn.
very clear. Yeah, very clear.
So, it's always mind blowing when someone brings facts that you've never heard before, right?
Mhm.
But once people start learning the truth, and they will start realizing, that we either let this country to fall into communism, which already is here because you own nothing and you are very happy about it, or we stand up for our rights. It's a choice.
Yeah,
I've
no,
lived-
it sure is,
I've lived
Blanca.
in communism. It's nothing new,
Mhm. So
but
what,
people might not like it.
So Ron, what do you suggest is done now? So these people behind you are buying the property. The sheriff is violating his oath. He's selling,
They are
a whole
buying
lot
the
of nothing.
parcel. Maureen, they are buying the parcel. Let's be very clear. Okay,
Yeah.
they are buying the fiction.
Right.
So there will be notice of that, and Kat will have to hold him to his oath of office. Otherwise, he breaches his oath of office, steps outside of his limited scope of authority, and becomes personally liable. That's what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
What did they sell the property for? For how much?
300 something
Mm-hmm.
thousand.
What, Kate, what's your property worth?
I don't know.
Kat,
I don't
what's the
know.
property worth? Kat, we can't hear you. You're on mute, Kat.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I had a market analysis done on it like 4 months ago, and we were gonna try to sell it for 575,000, and that was based on the market. So if they
Okay,
bought it,
so basically there's a $200,000 deficit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Give or take, but ballpark.
yes, about there.
About the only option that you have at this point, and that is to sue the bank on the basis of a fraudulent foreclosure. And the reason that it's fraudulent is the fact that they never loaned you any money to start with. And they now have to prove that they loaned you money. And then you get into the issue of what did you do with the promissory note?
Mm-hmm.
And that
And
will prove the fact
already
that
She already has the a bank in default on the facts, Ron. So yeah, she just has to proceed with that. It's already on the
That's
record.
what's so extraordinary that all of it's on the record and they're still proceeding. Like they're just plowing forward because they've gotten away with all of this for decades, for generations, and the people don't know better. And so this is so important that we're filming this, we're doing this live, so we can see how the American people want to be kept in ignorance if they can buy a house on the cheap. The sheriffs will allow crimes to happen right before their eyes. And these people, even when they know they don't own the title or anything, they're willing to plow forward because they're protected by, the crime syndicate. They're protected in courts and by law enforcement that doesn't protect, the American people's constitutional rights.
the whole objective
Hiding
of
or
the-
that means you're doing something that is wrong.
This on
Very simple
Hold on a
philosophy.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Benton County, Washington. It's the second most corrupt county next to King County, which is in Seattle on the Olympia side. People don't realize these people are all Republicans too, by the way. People think that Republicans are like the good side.
No.
I am a registered Republican. However, of course, I've awakened up to the fact that it's two hands in the same glove. And so doesn't surprise me. They were ready for this. And of course, Crosby didn't look like he was out there. I didn't see Tom Crosby out there or her. He literally hides. I don't think he attends any.
We're having a hard time getting Kat right now. Aaron, can you hear what they're saying? Oh, there's Kat. Sorry, Kat, you cut out and we missed you. Link, I have a question for you. Did you have an opportunity to talk to the sheriff when you went inside? Were you able to show him the paperwork? And...
Well, they were just, yeah, I did. You know, they are deputies, right? So one of the deputies was actually helping us. He was very, very helpful, and yeah, they were very nice to us actually. But this is an issue that has to be, you know, brought up to the head sheriff, and Kat already has put lawful notification to him and the stress on his oath. So he has been informed. And so now it basically, but we will discuss the next steps, but not here right now.
Yeah. Is the sheriff who did this to Kat, is he there, the head sheriff?
No,
Okay.
no, he's not here.
Okay.
This is, you know, what goes on daily basis, right? So, so they, you know, just send the deputies here and some police was here too. We talked to them. No, it's just lack of knowledge, you know. This is based on ignorance, and so what we need
for $101,100 all in on that, and for any other bidders. Went once, went twice, sold the car for $101,000, $101,100.
Did they
I
say?
missed it. How much?
Did they say 41,000?
It had to been over 400,000 because they started it at 3.
Right,
So
but it sounded, maybe it was
something.
441 or 341,000.
There it is. Crime has been reported.
Great deal on an APN number.
Wow, that's extraordinary.
The parcel,
And a lien, and they got $1 million lien on it. I mean,
and actually the parcel is now even located in the tax assessor. So they'll be returned.
wow,
No, but
that's
you
just
have
amazing.
So, okay, well, the APN has been sold. So that's the lucky new owner of the fiction. That's
And $1 million lien. I mean, that's extraordinary. This man just bought debt and nothing.
It's a nice little property. People like it. People like that parcel. Right, Kat? People like that parcel. Yep.
Yeah, they'll love the parcel.
They will love the parcel. You can be very creative with the parcel. And we have it right here in the writing. That's what was auctioned. APN, parcel number, with a legal description right there on it. So
I heard parcel number over and over and over again.
they could just,
It's astounding that you try to educate people and keep people from investing in a nothing and getting ripped off. And they don't want to know, you know, they just don't want to know. And this with the American people need to wake up.
They want. Yeah. Well, she said they're professionals. I'm sure.
Professional crooks.
like
Yeah.
you said, you know,
Yeah, you nailed it,
it's going
Ron.
to happen, whatever is supposed to happen. It's very good education for people to really start learning. I know it's mind blowing to many people, especially the new buyers. They don't want to believe it, right? But very soon they will discover, and you know, it's one property at a time, one owner at a time.
Mhm.
But anyway, I have to go to the car and call.
Hmm.
Just extraordinary. Well, Kat, you certainly fought the good fight on this, and I know you're not done. And
Yeah.
and I'm not done supporting you in the fight. This is
Amen.
extraordinary. What we all
Yeah.
just witnessed, and all the information they've been given over the last number of months, and the fact that they simply don't care that they're committing crimes. I think their notion is that
Oh, yeah.
we've always committed these crimes, and we're going to keep on keeping on. What are you going to do about it?
Well,
Yeah,
hey, I
no
gotta
problem.
conclude the video.
Yeah,
Phone is at 10%.
right on. So now are you, Ron, are you an expert in both common law and legal? Because I know you mentioned going to court. Are you adept at fighting both ways or no?
Well, I have been some in the past. I didn't do any litigations other than about the first 2 years I got into law. And the reason that I got out of it, it was so corrupt even then,
Mhm.
you know, and I like to think and try to be as morally based as I can. You know, I've got deep roots in that. I'm a Christian and I'm a firm believer in that Bible.
Mhm.
And when I see the lies and the deceit and the trickery, this goes way counter to my moral fiber.
Mhm.
And, you know, the Bible tells me not to associate with people like that, you know, and because when you associate with different types or a group of people, the Bible says you will become like them. And I didn't go to law school to be like them. I went to law school so that I could learn the law and help people that did not understand it. Because the law is really kind of a complete language all in itself,
Mhm.
you know. And common law is very simple, but when you get into statutory law, and it's really not even law either, it's corporate rules and regulations. But they wrote them intently for the purpose of blurring every subject that they can to make it non-clear so that there are elements that can be debated or create an element of controversy and all of that stuff. It just, you know, and I just couldn't stomach it.
Yeah. Same. I'm a paralegal by trade, so it's hard to stomach when you see what's happening.
Then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I sure do.
I've seen people and they're ruthless. The attorney, I'm not a bar member. I've never been a bar member. And I don't want to be a bar member because you have to take an oath to everything that's contrary to my beliefs, you know. And so I got out of that and started helping people with contracts. I've done a lot of contract of all different types of construction contracts, of real estate, land contracts. But my favorite is land titles. I
Mhm.
really like the element of land titles. I've written 2 books on it, you know, and then Robert and I got affiliated with it. He had me come down to a seminar that he put on some years back. We just hit it off, and we've been affiliated with each other ever since. And
Mhm.